everybody, it's Archangel Becca back to play more Slay the Princess. We did our first run and got our first ending last time. So this time, I'm going to try not to take the knife. I'm going to try real hard to resist the urge. But we'll get there, I think. We're going to load up the game. Chopper up little meat bits. No. I won't have a knife. Can't do that. I'm gonna refuse to take that knife.
Yeah. It's better if we don't say anything.
Hey. I love you.
That's nice. And we're back to the beginning. Again.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Alright, let's see what options I got right now. Forget I'm not doing this. Oh, alright. I got an achievement for doing that. Who knew? Or just quitting, I guess. Done. Good game, good job. Okay. Best stream. Whole 4 minutes, not even 5 minutes. We'll go back and we'll do this right this time.
Oh.
I love you.
I love you too.
Man, you sound happier about it when you're saying it yourself. I didn't know that was like the option to be like.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Decadent voice. Alright. Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? What? Why is it... Wait, is it just the end? Because I loaded it and started... Do I have to actually start a new game? That might be it. I thought you could just keep going. No, can't. I guess we have to actually start a new game. For realies. Alright.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Let's try it. Okay, let's try it now.
Are you serious?
Okay.
No, you have to do it.
Yeah, I'm not doing this. Okay, look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her. And if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face.
I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
Really?
Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
Turns out better than me trying to kill
You make
her.
your way up the short path to the cabin. you'll find the princess within.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Cute, might slay a princess today. Maybe.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Devin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
So I know I said I wasn't going to take the knife, but there is the option to where you give it to her and she can cut off her hand. So don't know, but I think I won't. I'm just not going to take the knife.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Totally different.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Ooh.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Oh, so dangerous. I'm here to save you. I'm here to save you. Lie. I think I'm here to slay you. Hello? Is someone there? God. No. I'm here to save you. I like the lie. Like,
how many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
narrator, I don't care.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
What is this, Shrek?
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
I don't know if you could hear me, but that is exactly what I said. What is this, Shrek?
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
Well, that's like that part where he has the helmet on, and she's like, I just want to see the face of my rescuer. He's like, no, you really don't want to.
I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
No.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
The end. Whoops. Hold on, let's talk a bit first. I'll see what I can do. Or is it go right for it?
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
No, you're doing the right thing.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Why not? And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? I'm gonna check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free. that.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
Your master ate it. Classic move.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Oh,
Is someone else here?
hey, let me out of here. Whoops.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Narrator.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
But if we believe...
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah,
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
like it.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
The window. We could just go through that, right?
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Yes, the narrator is separate from you. Yep, kinda.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal.
Disgusting.
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
Doesn't have the same voice, does he? I didn't look at the voice actors at the end. Okay.
Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Like what happens, huh? Maybe he's part of me, maybe he's not. They never really, were super clear on it. Save the princess.
Fine.
Save that princess.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
So gross.
Cut into her flesh.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
I feel like it would take more effort than they're making it look like.
Her limb falls to the ground, and
Gross.
the heavy chains follow suit.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
I know she's supernatural, but still, to just rip through the flesh of your arm with your teeth, that'd be just... Ugh.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
'Cause she's a little bit of a monster. Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
The narrator is terrible.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
No! I don't
Wait,
wanna.
this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Yeah, you can't just do that.
Watch me.
What are you doing?
No! Warn her.
Stop that.
I found it.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
I'm trying real hard, princess.
Your body lunges
No.
forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
Watch me.
But
The princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it! Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
I don't need to be alive. I just don't want to kill her. Or resist.
The blade! Move the blade!
No.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
Oh, this is the scene from, like, the trailer on Steam. Okay. I was wondering where it was.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Burp hands. It's like clothes.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
She could just not. Oh, where would she have done? What would she have done with the knife? Because I'm gonna keep coming after her. It sounds like, according to the narrator.
For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying
No.
a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
Pisha.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
Just stabbing me.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
No, she doesn't. Obviously, she's going like this instead of forward.
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
My poor princess.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
Easy. Wanna get up here? Yeah?
It can't just end like this, right?
Oh, it won't.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
Over. Till it's over.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Really hope you're not the one that has the poop on the floor, Maisie. A damsel.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Lilith. You bastard, you're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time.
Have we? Have we, narrator?
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Oh, we got the Smitten now.
Our beloved?
Yes.
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
4 of us? Oh, princess. Right.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
That's my kind of voice. Assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? I feel like I say this every single
Those are
time.
2 very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
I'm
You
getting
died
distracted.
last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. You were the one who did us in, villain.
True.
Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her.
Well, I mean, it was the literal sense.
Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price.
Okay.
I beg to differ. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Yeah.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
Princess was trapped in the basement because you locked her there forever.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme.
I love this guy. This is great.
Convoluted? I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
I'm with them. I'm gonna find a way to save her from the cabin. Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
Okay. The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her. She could barely hold a knife. How is she supposed to end the world? Who locked her in the basement? What is this place?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. Maybe it's her beauty that threatens the world.
Her beauty.
Sure, it's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's just the way it is.
Locked her in the
People
basement.
locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Mm-hmm. If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? What is she calling?
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this.
Yeah, okay.
Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Calling us special isn't going to make us friends, even if it did feel nice. Oh, believe me, the last thing I want is for you and I to be friends. But I'm a professional, and I'm not going to let my dislike for you get in the way of helping you save the world.
Being cagey, why
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word. Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Oh, I bet. Because they know I'm here, totally. I'm with them. I'm gonna find a way to save her from the cabin.
That's right, you can't stop all of us. We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does. Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with? You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
Well, let's proceed.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Well, I didn't...
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in. I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Uh-huh. Let's go.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Fancy.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
No thanks. Again.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here. In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. Why would you lie about that? What's the point?
That's a great idea. We have to make sure we're looking our best before we save her.
I was hoping you would say something.
We shouldn't waste time preening. If he is lying about the mirror, it might be important.
I like the music in this area.
I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
Well...
Very different.
Well, cabin's different.
Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time around.
You weren't around last time around.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted.
We're gonna look at the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Okay, bye. Oh, you were so heavy. Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Just rubbing the wall.
But it was there a second ago.
Actually rubbing like a tapestry? Some kind?
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
A feather out of place. Enter the basement. No knife. No.
The door to
refuse.
the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
What is wrong with stone basements? This guy.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
Like I'm in a Disney movie or something.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
She's got like a poofy dress now.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words.
Oops. I didn't mean to do that. But surely she can hear my spirit. I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
New York City. Yeah.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
They're so manipulated.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before. That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
Tamed. Mm-hmm.
And you've died before.
God dang it! I keep doing that. The entire world has been damned to oblivion. I really hoped I'd be the first, but what is done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
Yes.
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Shan't.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why'd you do that? You didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? What happened after I died? I have to ask, did you end the world after you killed me back there? Sorry what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair. Just explain everything immediately. That's my tip.
Huh?
My tip.
That's my big.
It's not fair. Yeah, that's true.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect.
Perfect.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
happened after I died.
You died, and now we're talking.
Okay. Before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world? True though, I wonder if she has a narrator in her head too. No, they said at the ending of the last one that no, she does not have a narrator. And she doesn't have the voices. Yeah, you're probably not able to watch it.
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
No.
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
Honestly, the world sucks. People are a plague, and I hope you brought a slow, painful ruin to them all. Oh my god. I have no feelings one way or the other about the world ending. No, I don't want the world to end. Remain silent. I'll just say no.
Then I didn't end the world.
Did not.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
I should have saved. See, she didn't do it. She said so.
I'm not so sure.
Fricked. You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone. She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
You can do it again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
She wouldn't be wearing a chain if she could do that.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
Yes, but
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
we're gonna
No.
rescue the princess.
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, you'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon.
Or what if you had a weapon?
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
I'll just kill myself.
You wouldn't.
You would.
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
Yeah.
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
You believed it would work, so it worked.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Voice is similar to the robot voice she had with the knife one, though. And kind of weird.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
Yeah.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back, and everyone out there would be saved.
Narrator, God.
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
Exactly.
What do we do now?
We leave, and then we have our whole lives to figure out what to do next. What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I want you to tell me what you want. There must be something you want. You want to end the world? I just want to leave. We can figure out the rest later. If you want to leave, then let's leave. I just want to leave. We can figure out the rest later. If you want to leave, then let's leave.
That sounds perfect.
Perfect.
The princess
Let's
takes your
go.
hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it.
I don't want to mope about it.
I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs, hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
Not.
And what happens after we walk up the stairs? It's... Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move.
Oh no.
Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
Oh, we're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Yeah.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
I'll see. I'm just here now. Do you think you can open it? I think I've got this. Open the door by yourself. I think we can open it if we try it together. I feel like if I make her open it, she'll be like strong. And if I open it, she'll be like weak. And then if I do it together, we'll be good. We'll just do it together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech. And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
Just push it open.
I told you our love was insurmountable. You and the princess make your way upstairs and... The blade, that's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take
No.
the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
Take the blade and slay the princess. You're not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
We're pissing off the narrator by doing nothing that he wants. He wants me to take the blade a lot. And I'm like, no. I was like, we'll push the door open and we'll do it together. He's like, you shouldn't do that. And I was like, yeah, no, anyways. So yeah.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
Your love will set you free. That was the achievement I just got. Cool.
A happy ending at last.
Happy ending at last. Noise.
We did it. What should we do now?
I don't know.
Where did everything go?
Yeah, where did everything go?
Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
Cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
No.
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Fuck all my feathers and give them to her, quickly. Oh no, the arms. They came and took my princess. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket. Something has taken her away and it's left something else in her place. Those pesky arms. I know, right?
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Me?
Is that a... No. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went. I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her. The narrator is gone. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror. First mirror.
It is. Does that mean the world ended? The villain vanquished.
Helen vanquished. I don't know where she went. I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror. First mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
I don't know where she went. I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her.
Right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. I can't believe she was taken away from us.
The nerve. First mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
I can't do anything else. I have to go to the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. What do I even look like? I got like a human face. I don't like have a beak, it looks like you would think I would. It's very dark. Hard to see. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. To the cabin. Karen chased her around with her dander wipes. Just let me really. Yeah. She don't like being wiped. You're at the cabin. Our cat. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Cut her out of there. You what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? We know each other? What happens now?
Yes, Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
Yes.
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Well, let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Okay. Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Okay. But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
So from what I'm getting, she's just an entity that is entirely dependent on outside stimulus to mold her into whatever. I don't know what the point of why though, or how really also narrator is, but I think we can all agree that the narrator is a butt. We're like some nonsensical entity as well, they were saying. We're the long quiet and she's the smoldering mound or whatever. I don't know, it's... Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're the burb of the year. Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Okay. Other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I don't know what I am. I'm a person. Solitary lights, what do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
The end of the
How
world.
can the world have ended if we are talking?
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Okay. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Okay.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
You're scared I'll find a way to kill you? How much will I forget? How many more pieces of you do I have to find? If I don't let you do this to me. I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. I help you, is that what you're going to do? Okay, make me forget.
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die. Everything, until we meet again.
What piece of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Okay. I don't let you do this to me.
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
To slay the princess to stop from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Being semantic, what are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
I'm not going back.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Wait forever.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage. You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
That closes the game. Yeah. I'd forever make a taco fast food place and imagine customers. I would not do that.
What would you do?
Nothing.
You just sit there.
I would never do that.
No, in the scenario you are in there.
You have the choice. She gives you the choice.
No, I know. Oh, you just back out?
Yeah, I'd be like, I'm not gonna wait forever. I can't wait 5 minutes. You think I can wait forever?
Oh.
You have returned to me. Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
I will.
You won't.
I won't. Savage. Everything goes dark and you die. She said, she asked that you remember her, meaning the princess that just died. And then the smoldering mound or whatever, she goes, and he's like, will I remember? And she's like, you won't. And then it goes, psh, you died, and then it's back to black. It's just funny. Everything goes dark and you die. A loving vessel, bring the damsel to her. I don't
You're
know how
on
I
a
can
path
do
in the
differently.
woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Consider that maybe I'm okay with the world ending. Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Yeah, narrator.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Nope. No blade. Nope.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Yeah, okay. I'm here to save you. Lie. Hey, I think I'm here to slay you. Maybe. Just checking in on you.
You are? It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
Did. I feel like I'm the only one that knows. You're...
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Of course.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
What's your name?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
My name's Princess, so you can call me Princess Princess. So is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah.
She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
See, she looks sad that she doesn't have a name. This guy came down with good logical questions. I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking? Not here to slay you. You are apparently supposed to end the world. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. Keep her locked away. I'm sorry, but I just can't trust you. This doesn't add up. And it isn't worth the risk to take your word over the potential fate of the world. Retrieve the blade. Go back upstairs to retrieve the blade without saying just out. Grab that blade. Can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. I'm getting you out of here. Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here. Don't make me regret this.
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
How are you alive?
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
Though.
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a
Of
reason.
course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need, and you should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
Eat or drink, ergo she doesn't have to poop her or peep her. But she would just die. She'd die of malnutrition. Or just starvation or thirst or whatever. Like a ghostie. No, there's a very specific route to get a ghostie, and she's not a ghostie yet. Some sort of interdimensional. She's like an entity. Like Lovecraftian type crap. Yeah. It's not here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. What are you gonna do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding.
She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life.
She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter. It's not like you'd believe me.
Did I keep her locked away or go kill her? I'm not sure. Could just keep her locked away. I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. Just tell her that outright. I don't think you're actually dangerous, but I wanted to see you for myself. I'm still not sure what to believe. I'm starting to think it's true. There's something about you that doesn't feel right.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
Yeah. I was hoping you'd tell me. I've been told enough. No, but I'm sure that they have their reasons for keeping that information secret from me. No, which is why I don't think you're actually dangerous. Silent. Hoping you'd tell me. No.
Sooner or later, you'll learn to trust me. Hopefully it won't be too late when you finally come around.
I don't trust you, Mr. Narrator. I never have, and I never will.
Thank you for believing me. Now, can you help me get out of here?
I still have a few more questions before we leave.
There's going to be plenty of time to chat after I'm free, but okay. What do you want to know?
I'll kill you, but I can't set you free. It's too risky. What if I stayed for a while and just kept you company? Maybe then everyone could be happy. Should have went with the other one. Let's do this.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I look very happy.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help. But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
You have to make a choice.
She's getting
Let's
a little,
hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
getting a little weird here. Her face changed quite a bit. I don't know which one to pick now. I don't wanna miss the other endings, but at the same time I'm like, hey, let's get you out of here. Examine the chains.
You can't be serious.
Thank you. Thank you. You won't regret this, I promise.
Mm-hmm.
You're making a huge mistake. No, I think you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
If there isn't a key, do you have any other days?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
Sounds painful.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Turn to the bottom stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates as she rips her flesh from her bone. A sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal.
There's quite a few ways. I just kind of did a
It's the blade
similar
from
way.
upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
Yeah, I mean, it is a pipe drop sound effect.
Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
See, but there's like different routes depending on which way you do it. So I mean, it grays out the ones that I've already done. So
Fine.
gotta save the princess
Against your
again.
better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Artichoke.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Nope, she didn't.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay. Approach it.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high.
They're gonna make me
You can't
slay
just
her
let her
this
escape
time.
into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
I don't know. Can't
Watch
do
me.
that.
What are you doing?
Yeah, see, they won't let me warn her. You have to slay the princess.
Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
Get to the
You
end.
bring the blade down to strike at the princess's heart,
Does she punch me in the gut?
but she's fast. She ducks to the floor, your blade narrowly grazing her backside. Slaying her won't be easy now that she's free.
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying to me this whole time? I don't know what's come over you, but if I have to kill you, then I'll kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
No.
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm.
Vilma, pretty.
But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart.
She's getting very animal-like.
It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric.
She's a real bird person this whole time. No, I don't think she's a bird person.
If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over.
I think I have wings, like feathers and arms and stuff. I don't know. I don't know what I look like.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, it's the witch. Alright.
You're on a path
In mirror
in
like
the
20
woods,
times.
and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Yeah, but the mirror doesn't actually show what I look like. Or it does is very dark. I can't really tell.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Thing. I already slew the princess. Sure, she also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again?
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time.
Okay.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue. Bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Okay. I just want to
Those are
see
two
what the guy
very
says.
different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We were just weighing our options in a morally ambiguous situation. You can't blame us for weighing our options. I can if you failed to slay the princess, which you apparently did. So great. Congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We were killed by the princess and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
I think they lived happily ever after.
That's a very good point. This princess character seems like a lot of trouble, and if you think about it, actually slaying her probably breaks us out of this cycle, right? We don't want to be stuck here forever, do we?
It doesn't.
You're laying it on a little thick, aren't you? Laying it on a little thick? What are you talking about? I'm sharing my honest opinions. What matters is that almost everyone seems to be on the same page. So whenever you're ready, you can stop dawdling, get to the cabin, and save the world.
Let's proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Don't worry, I think we've taken that lesson to heart at this point. You can trust us to get the job done.
Yeah. Not taking the knife. Can't make me.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
This whole cabin is different from last time.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Wish I could make trees and makeshift shelters just by growing them. I mean, it takes forever, but you definitely can. It would take forever.
So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
That's why I said it would take forever. That's what you could do in your forever time. Grow trees into a cabin. If you could grow trees. Let's just go approach them here. No, I want to target place.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Ah.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. No blade. Leaving it behind didn't work out so well for us last time. It'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time.
Not taking any blades.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair.
Man.
The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth.
Kinda cool.
The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Copper?
Her voice skitters up from below.
Kitters. Oh no.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
I'm not nasty. Hello. Say nothing. She's a bug person. Run. No, I'm a bird person. Just eat her. She's a bug person. Psh. Not nasty. Hello. Burbs eat bugs. You can do it. It said she was a witch. That's what the title card said. The witch. I'm not nasty or hello. Since when is a bug person a witch the same thing?
But you are. You're a wretched little thing. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
See? She knows us. Is this enough for you to believe what we've been saying?
A little. I'll show you a little.
Maybe, but you shouldn't let that cloud your judgment. She's just a princess. As long as you remember that and remain focused, slaying her will be easy. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation.
Yeah, friendly.
You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is.
Sure.
Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
Yeah.
Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess.
5'12", I'm a big boy, big boot boy. Did you say you're 5'12"? So 6 foot.
Fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below.
Yeah, I kind of guessed that was a joke. Send the basement steps in right there.
You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
A tail. And she's got like cat feet. She's a cat person now. Wait, I'm a bird, so this is not good.
She's acting like she already knows you. I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out?
Bug to land on me, make me scream.
Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true.
Did scream. Yeah, it says Ream's wave. I don't know why. They don't want you to put an actual, like, thing in there, probably. Like an actual link. And it's got, like, 3 more letters than scream. But just hearted. Let me say that, I guess. It said that was bullying. What you just said.
You fought us on it back in the woods. That was when the only perspectives we had were yours and mine. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us.
Put it all behind us.
Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her.
Our world is on the line right now.
Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy.
We're just standing here talking to ourselves while we're standing in front of the princess.
Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Sorry about last time. Look, I made a mistake. We all make mistakes, right? I'm sure you've made mistakes. I get the sense that you're not happy with me. I'm unarmed. That's a gesture of goodwill, so why don't we talk it out? Look, I know. Things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than both of us at work. We should team up. Can't you get out of those on your own? Those chains didn't stop you last time. But I have the nagging feeling you're gonna stab me in the back if I help you out of here. I don't trust you, not enough to free you, and definitely not enough to get close to you. I'm leaving. Bye. Leave her in the basement.
Oh, smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
Okay. I get the sense that you're not happy with me. So, we're at an impasse. Neither of us are gonna get anywhere if we can't trust each other, unless you want to fight, but I don't want to fight.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all. And unfortunately, you're the only one I have.
She's a real bully. Yeah.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take it. Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
I didn't bring my blade down, remember? How am I supposed to get you out of those chains?
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist.
Yeah, I kind of saw that coming.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
Why? Okay, let's leave. I get the sense that you're not happy with me.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to try harder than that.
Okay, let's leave.
Yes, let's.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face. She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face.
Cat lady.
She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us.
Yeah.
It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here. Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her. Somebody has to go first, and it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her trust last time. You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret
Gonna
it.
regret it. You first. Let's step onto the stairs.
That's right, you're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
Yeah, I know.
That's exactly what I'm worried about. You step onto the stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like. You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous.
Yeah.
I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right. This is for you. Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea. She can't sneak in and attack if we're facing her. No. The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself. But...
What?
The princess is silent as you both continue to climb, and, in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach. Isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened. You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you? What did you just say that? I think we know why.
Yeah.
You feel something dig into your shoulder, sharp and piercing. The princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her full weight. Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. You feel something pop. The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact.
Frog. It was in her nature, that's what my achievement said.
You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realise that you won't be getting up. Wait, why won't we be getting up? I'm afraid your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several. You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back.
Don't like having a broken back.
We were going to help her. Why? Why did she do that?
'Cause she don't trust us.
It's what I would have done.
I mean...
Have you considered not being like that?
You considered, not doing that?
Of course not. It's what keeps us alive. And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
I can't get up, you broke my back. What the hell was that for? I was trying to help you out of here. You're never gonna get up those stairs, were we? Could've gotten out of here if we just trusted each other. Say nothing.
Why would I ever trust you? Your hands have spilled my blood. And knowing that, you should never have trusted me either. You should have known I would never walk hand in hand with a loathsome thing like you. By our very natures, only one of us could make it upstairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
Like her arm's broken behind her back, though.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned, where once she'd passed by the table upstairs, I'd have said, now pick up the blade and stab her in the back. And then you'd say something like, wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us. And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back. There's just one problem with that. And what's that? She was clearly planning to betray us. And if she was in front of us, she would have gotten to the blade first.
Yeah.
Ugh, you're right, aren't you? I thought this whole thing was ironclad, but really it was doomed from the start, wasn't it? The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up. Ho ho ho! So she's got it as bad as us.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Wait, are we both just stuck here?
Yeah.
Certainly seems that way.
We're just stuck on our
What a way to
backs.
go.
Ugh.
Look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. The world could be saved after all.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
Is that really what's going to happen? Hello? Are you still there? What happens next?
What happens next? He doesn't respond.
I think he's gone.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape. I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
Oh, there's the arms. They're back. They came and took her. Again. But you don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's gonna be okay, just trust me. I've been here before and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Well, if he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
Same for you, but not for me. I'll see you on the other side, it's gonna be okay. It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is gonna be nice.
Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you. Finally! We're going places.
Yeah, we're going places. Approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Ew. You've grown. Ew. A grody. Find yourself in long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
The same being as you were before, how much have you changed? What does it feel like to change like this? It's all done, do you know what you want to do? Go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before? Kinder to me than anyone else I've met, thank you. Thoughts on this vessel. I want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be. What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've hurt them. What more vessels do I need to bring you? Ready to go back, attack the entity. Funny.
This one is hope, marred by bitterness. She could see the end of the tunnel, and the door was closed on her. She will make for a righteous and weathered heart. Do not mourn her. She is finally on the other side.
Being as before, how much has changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
I feel like to change like this.
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Go back. It's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can't I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. Do not worry. There are no wrong answers. and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Don't have any preferences on how you like to change or grow.
The vessels are a weave of emotion at odds with themselves, but they are only perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
When this is all done, what do you want to do?
If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. The task of finding my vessels is your burden to carry.
Okay. How many preferences?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
Do.
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Okay. I'm ready to go back.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
It's dark and you die. An untrusting vessel, bring the witch to her. And that's where we'll save. Alright, let's go. Alright, everybody. We got 2 more vessels today. Or 2 more princesses, I should say. Sorry. The damsel and the witch. It's hard to remember which ones they're called. I don't know why. But yeah, so we've done the adversary, the wraith, razor, fury, when I just did, oh god, the damsel and the witch. So I've done 6 of them so far. Not sure how many more there are, because I think some of them you could do like partially done. I think the razor, it said the full, like it said full behind it, so I'm guessing you can get like where she's just her but with like some razor in her. So I don't know. But yeah, this has been Slay the Princess. This is my second kind of run through so I can get more of the princesses. Been doing a no knife run. We'll see how long that lasts though, because I think I'm running out of options already for a no knife run. I have to like sneak upstairs and get the knife after I go down there without the knife. But yeah, so if you want to continue watching this live on Twitch, you can always follow me here, and then I will, when I go live, it'll send you a notification, and then you won't miss any of my live streams. If you'd rather watch them after the fact, or if you missed part of this video, or you just want to rewatch it or something, I do have my YouTube channel links on my Twitch page, so then you can always subscribe and get notifications over there, and then you won't miss any of my videos when I post them. So yeah, have a good night, everybody. Bye.